Hey, good morning, everybody. We're doing something different this week, something we should have been doing for a while. Doing it live with video. We normally do it live with the audio, but hey, man, times are changing. Trying to adapt. We're trying to put a face to the voices. So, without further ado, okay, we doing that. We doing that. Okay. So, without further ado, hey, welcome to the Sideline Junkies NFL Sunday Rise. Right there, that guy right there, big guy KG. Call me the boss BJ. And we get into NFL week number 15.
Mm-hmm.
Week 15. We had a couple games yesterday. I ain't gonna say no names. You know, a certain sideline junkie that's a Denver Broncos fan. I ain't gonna say no names though. Oh my god. I ain't gonna say no names, but hey man, the Buffalo Bills yesterday take out the Broncos. Man, I wasn't really watching the game. Let me see what the score was. 48-19. So that win gives Buffalo an 11-3 season thus far, and it gives them their first AFC East title in 25 years. The last 10 have been won by the damn Patriots. So, hey man, I'm feeling good today. I was feeling good yesterday. Watching the videos from the Buffalo, Bills Instagram, and you see that the plane lands at 1:05 in the morning from Buffalo to getting back, and it's thousands of fans there. That's what Bills Mafia is about. The best fans in the league. Do you hear what I'm saying? The best fans in the league, hands down. Not Green Bay, not Washington, not Minnesota, not them bandwagon ass Patriot fans, not the San Francisco fans that be popping out the woodwork when they start winning again, not the 12th men, the Seattle Seahawks, baby. Orchard Park, New York, Bills Mafia, One Bills Drive. Come up there. That's where you're going to find the best fans in the NFL. So, hey, man, with that being said, the goal is to win the Super Bowl, right? They won the AFC East title. That's one step to the goal. So now you can realistically kind of start mapping this out, who they're going to see in the playoffs, and do they have a chance? Little interruption there, but do you want to know, do they have a chance? I want to know. I want to hear your thoughts, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts. Do they have a chance to get through? Well, let me ask you this: Where where do you see them? How far do you see them going? Let's start there.
Looking at this playoff field, I don't got Baltimore making it. Baltimore has more play Hollywood Browns on the COVID list.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
I found that out last night. They got a couple more players on the COVID list, and Baltimore's struggling because they're not full strength. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. Baltimore's not going to be a problem. Uh, Pittsburgh, they're beatable. That's been shown the last 2 weeks. They're beatable. Not going to be a problem.
They're hitting the wrong stride at the wrong time of the season.
Absolutely right. Uh, to be quite honest, I mean, dang, I looked at the AFC pitch. Let me pull the AFC playoff picture up because with this new format,
The
I
Chiefs,
don't.
the Chiefs would get the first bye.
Right.
Um, let's see. NFL playoff. See, this is what happens when we got to hire an assistant to do our looking at our stuff up and everything. That way we can keep
Exactly.
rolling. All right, so the AFC playoff picture: Chiefs 1, Steelers 2,
Bills
Bills
3.
3. The Titans are right now 4th, Browns are 5th, and the Colts are 6th, and the Dolphins are right outside. The Colts are 9-4. The Dolphins are 7th place at 8-5.
And so
So
it's teams in this year, right?
say it again.
It's 7 teams that go in this year.
7 teams.
So instead of 6, it's 7. Okay.
Right.
Um, I don't see y'all losing to the Dolphins. I don't see y'all losing to the Colts. The Titans may give y'all some trouble, but not much. Um, I don't see y'all losing to the Browns. I see y'all in the AFC Championship game because I think the Browns and the Titans are going to cancel each other out. The Dolphins would probably have to play. Well, no, wait. Hold on, because you
So
got
the,
four
the
divisions. Who's
so
the other
if it
division?
so if it ended today, the Steelers would play the Colts, right?
Right. And the Titans is a division winner, so they would play probably the Dolphins.
No, I'm
Or,
sorry, the Dolphins. The Steelers will play the Dolphins. Two
y'all would play
versus
the Colts.
we would play the Colts, and the Browns and Titans will play. So I'm not worried about the Colts,
No.
and I'm not saying that cocky wise. I'm not worried about the Colts. Um, I'm not I'm not worried about the Titans this go around because the Buffalo team that played the Titans in the beginning of the year versus how Buffalo has evolved to now are two different teams. So I actually really think I'm with you, and me and Gary talked about this a little bit last night. I'm thinking AFC Championship game for Buffalo, and then the question comes: do they have enough firepower to stop the Chiefs? Whether it's stop the Chiefs or can they go tick for tack scoring with the Chiefs? That's going to be the question because the Chiefs right now they're on the mountain. You know what I'm saying? That they're the shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You got to knock them off the mountain. So that's the question. I think like we said, the Steelers are going the wrong way as far as momentum. The Titans have shown they're beatable. The Browns are playing really good football, but they still it's like they can't get over this little rock that will put them in the next like realm of team like solid teams. And the Colts are pretty decent, but I don't think they can hang with the Bills. You know, 4 quarters. I don't. That's not. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Only way you're gonna beat the Chiefs. This is where I said this last year. I mean, y'all do a pretty good job at it. I'm not knocking you, but I said it last year. Y'all need a running game,
Mm-hmm.
and you need a dominant running game so Allen doesn't have to run very much, but it also kicks off your passing game.
Right.
Maybe just maybe next year's draft, sixth round, you find you a Jim, a Alfred Morris type that's just a pound of rock guy.
Yeah.
Late in the game, when you up 14-10 and you gotta run the clock out, you give the ball to him. And he's Jerome Bettis like, where he's just pounding the rock, and he good with that. He's good with 3 carries for 3 touchdowns. That
You know
type of
what? I think we kind of had that guy on the roster now. Zach Moss. Zach Moss runs hard. Zach Moss runs hard, picks up the extra yards. I think Brian Dable and the play calling dictates they're just a 70% pass team. That's what they are. You know what I'm saying? They're um, you know, we're gonna pick up 3 yards, we throwing a bubble screen and instead of running a rock right at the middle. It's just I think that's how it's built for them right now. I mean, because like look who you had to check. You got to check Stephon Diggs. You got to check Beasley in the slot. Um, Gabe Davis when he want to catch balls. When John Brown come back, then you got Dawson Knox. Then you got
mm-hmm.
the threat of Josh Allen running the ball that opens so much up. So
And let's not
uh,
forget Tyler Croft.
yeah,
So
and
y'all,
that's what I'm and that's what I'm saying. And a shout out to Devin Singletary. They got Zach Moss, kind of a pounder. Devin Singletary, more of a speed back, and they got the little 1-2 punch, but they're a passing first team right now, and I mean it's doing very well for them right now because Josh
mm-hmm.
Allen throwing the rock all over the field from 3 years ago to today is night and day. You go from the worst completion percentage in the league 3 years ago, rookie. Of course, he's a rookie. To now, hearing MVP chants. So hey man, I'm with you. I'm AFC Championship game is where I'm putting my Buffalo Bills at.
Well, I will say this. I would love to see y'all go that far. Um, I rode the wave in the '90s. I love watching Buffalo in the '90s. The K gun offense is innovative, and to see that type of offense again
Mm-hmm.
is very rare. But y'all got the potential to have an offense almost not as good, almost as good as that K gun offense where you had Andre Reed, James Lofton, Keith McKellar, Don Beebe. You
Hey,
had weapons. Thurman
bro,
Thomas.
bro, I'm telling you, I think it has the potential to be better. I think what they're rocking with right now, when this whole Stephon Diggs thing happened, it's like, man, they gave up a lot to get him, and now you see him and Allen in action, and it's like, okay, that's working. You know, Beasley working. The offensive line I've been critical of all year. They're getting better. I know last week when they played Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh was blitzing the hell out of them, right? So Pittsburgh was blitzing the hell out of them in the first half. Haywood, them boys were destroying them up the middle, and then all of a sudden they kind of gelled and fixed it. And that's what you want to see. All you can ask is that when you're getting destroyed, can you come back the next quarter, the next half, and make adjustments and get better? And they've been doing that. They're doing that. The defense versus the first half, second half, completely different. They've gotten better. So I think, hey man, I think some records are going to be broken in New York.
I can believe it. I'm happy for you. I had to send you a congratulations yesterday, find out that you won the AFC uh, East crown. Um, Long overdue, 25 years, but damn it, y'all deserve it, man. If anybody is long suffering, as it has been for the last 20 years since the Music City Miracle,
Mm-hmm.
y'all deserve this, man. Y'all really do.
AFC East chance, baby. The job is not done.
Not at all.
Job's not done, man. Hey, man. Moving on. I just want to touch on real quick. Adam Schefter was reporting that basically Carson Wentz is in his feelings about Jalen Hurts starting, and basically, if Jalen Hurts continues to start, he wants to be traded or released or whatever the case may be. Now, KG, talk to me, baby, because the last time I checked, Carson Wentz was stinking the joint. He's been stinking the joint up all season, the entire season. He's had chance, and he's had a longer rope than a lot of quarterbacks have had. Okay, way longer rope. He's been stinking. I thought he should have got pulled 4 weeks ago for Jalen Hurts, but they kept putting him in. They kept putting him in, and he kept finding ways to lose games. So when you hear this from Carson Wentz about, oh, if y'all gonna start Jalen Hurts, I don't want to be here. What is that? What are your thoughts on that?
Shut the fuck up. I'm
Basically.
2 years. 2 years. You've played all 16 games out of your 5 year career. And I'm looking at the stats. Out of your whole entire career, you've had a winning record twice. And that was Super Bowl 2017 and 2019. You haven't reached the height of your 2017 year, which is the year they won the Super Bowl. You haven't reached that height yet. I said it then. I said this kid is, once everybody figures him out, he's done. Nick Foles comes in, leads them to a Super Bowl win, Super Bowl MVP. They put Nick Foles on the bench. They ship him out of town.
Mm-hmm.
They rely on Carson Wentz. In the year after the Super Bowl 2018, he was 5-6 as a starter. Then he went 9-7 last year. He's 3-8-1 as a starter now. And you're talking about you want out because they want to win? Bye. I'd send him to the Jets for a first round pick because the amount of money he's getting paid versus what he's producing does not add up.
Didn't they just give him a deal?
Uh, Let me see. I believe so.
I thought they just gave him a re-upped him or something. I agree with you 100%, man. It's just like when you're not producing, you don't really have any leeway to be telling a team where you want to go, what you want to do. Like you had a chance all season to show what you had, to show that you could lead this Eagles team to victory and that you were the real deal, you were worth the pick, you were worth the money, and you haven't done any of that. So now that it's time for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts beat the Saints last week.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're starting him again. And he should start because Carson Wentz has done nothing but lose games and stink the place up. So, with that being said, Carson Wentz, like my man, the big guy KG just said, shut the fuck up. Go sit down on the bench. Now, but now, KG, now this is going to create a little rift.
Yes.
It's going to create a little rift because when he got pulled the first week, he was fake on the bench clapping for Jalen Hurts and his for he was all that trying to be supportive. But now that this one hit, now you're gonna come in the locker room and your teammates gonna be looking at you sideways like, dude, you couldn't even win games when you were starting. And now you got the nerve to be talking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, give me your
Think
lunch money.
think about this number right here. Now his base salary for this year is 1,383,000.
Okay.
That's his base salary.
Okay.
His new deal kicks in next year, where
Oh.
it goes from 1 million to 15 million for base salary.
Ooh. No.
$10 million
That's
roster bonus,
a big
six
no for
hundred
me.
thousand dollar. I'm sorry, $6 million option. His cap hit right now is 18 million, 18.6 million.
No, sir.
Next year, cap hit is 34,673,536 dollars.
Mm-mm.
That's his cap hit.
Mm-mm.
And I have to thank Sports Track for that because that's where I get all my contract info from. But he is locked in until the end of the 2024 season.
I'd rather have Mitchell Trubisky.
But he can opt out 2022, 3 years, $81 million. But it would leave $24 million, $24.5 million in dead cap space. So that would put the Eagles in salary cap purgatory.
Yeah, yeah, because they've been tiptoeing on that salary cap line, trying to get people re-signed after that Super Bowl year.
And when you win the Super Bowl, that's what happens. It's hard to
Yeah.
re-sign players.
And that's why, like, hey, what do we always say on this show? That's why you got to have a good GM. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's no hard feelings. It's just big business. You got to know, hey, I can't afford this person. It's time to rebuild because you have somebody in the Super Bowl like Nick Foles that has a big game. Now you gotta, meet the demand of people wanting to sign him in a contract. You got to sign, what you gonna do with him or what you gonna do with this player that had a good game, and that's what happens. So,
But you
um,
you know what? The players got to take a little responsibility for that too, because I can't remember who said it, but they say when it goes the same way in the NBA and the NFL. You win one championship, that's great, but when you win multiples, that's when you become a legend.
it
And
is.
I would love to win. My whole thing was if I sign with a team, we got the potential to win every year. I want to keep getting better so we can win. So the team that drafted me can win. I mean, everybody doesn't get in that situation, especially if you're drafted by the Lions. You're not going to win.
The
You want out
Jets.
of Detroit. You're one out of New York. But if we got the potential to win, and I know contract time is coming up, yeah, I want to get paid. Now, if I made $1.5 million this year, if you can give me three, double my salary, give me three, and let's keep this thing rolling.
That ain't
But
it ain't how it
it's
works.
it's all about getting as much money as possible.
Yep.
But see, I financial advice, I give you all the financial advice in the world because it ain't my money. I can't even spend my money right, but I can spend your money correctly. I can make you a millionaire
Yeah.
if you
That's how it
call
is.
my. But I can't spend my own money right. But you gotta be smart.
Yeah.
You don't need to go out and buy Lamborghinis and Bugattis, and you only making $3 million a year. But there's no loyalty in sports anymore where you're loyal to a franchise and you can stay and win multiple championships because the franchise is not loyal to you.
And yeah, that's a lot of the problem. And it's like I said, all it takes now is somebody having a good playoff run, you know, and being a free agent that upcoming season and getting paid. We've seen it happen so many times where somebody has a big playoff run, big Super Bowl, they get signed this big, huge free agent contract, and absolutely does nothing else the rest of their career. I've seen it so many times. So yeah, man, it's
I'll throw a name at you right now, and it'll bring it all into perspective.
say that again.
I'll throw a name at you right now, and it'll bring it all into
Who?
perspective.
Who?
Larry Brown.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He won Super Bowl MVP for 2 gift wrap interceptions. I do mean gift wrap. And he went to Oakland. Let me see. Hold on. Went to Oakland. What did he sign? 5 years, $12.5 million with three and a half million guaranteed.
And we're talking about in the '90s, so this was a
In
lot
the
of
night.
money. Yeah.
Right. This is 96.
Mm-hmm.
In 97, he was demoted to a backup role, suspended. And in 98, he was waived after being a disappointment and playing only 12 games, 1 start in 2 years for the Raiders.
That's crazy, man. He got paid though.
Got paid.
He got paid. Yep. So, hey, bro, it's we see it, but it's just like it's the cycle's going to keep repeating itself.
Yeah.
We can talk to be blue in the face. It's going to continue to happen.
Of course, but you're supposed to learn from your mistakes, though. That's all.
And learn from everybody else's mistakes too.
That's true. Don't go out there and try to get the next big thing. Go dig in the mine and find your own diamond.
That's right.
The mine is the draft.
You think before we get into the games, do you think the Saints are rushing Drew Brees back? Would you play him this week?
No. I mean, big game, but Michael Thomas is on IR. We'll be back for the postseason. He's on the IR, been dealing with an ankle sprain all year. You still have Alvin Kamara. If I'm not mistaken, who's the other receiver? Emmanuel Sanders?
Shit, don't give me the. I don't know.
Because I always get Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas mixed up. But hold on. Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders.
It is Emmanuel Sanders. Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't he hurt? Is he still hurt? Has he came back yet?
It doesn't say he's hurt.
Nope.
I can't.
He was activated on November 4th.
Okay.
Because he was on the COVID list back in October.
Okay.
So you got Emmanuel Sanders, you got Alvin Kamara. You still got Taysom Hill. So you got weapons that can possibly grind out a win. But, early projections, Saints ain't going to win this game.
No.
Even with Drew Brees, they're not going to win this game.
No.
This is going to be... Damn. I want to say it. I think it might be early, but this is going to be the passing of the torch. That's this game is going to be. It's going to be the passing of the torch from Brees to Mahomes.
I think that torch already got passed, brother.
I mean, this has got to be the official. Brees is passing the torch to Mahomes as most prolific passer in the league.
I just don't. I don't understand. Like, I don't have I'm trying to pull up what who the Saints play. Here we go. Who do they have left? They have Kansas City today. They have Minnesota next week and Carolina the week after that. I would have let Drew Brees come back in maybe for the Carolina game, the last game, week 17.
Mm-hmm.
Get some rhythm back, get some groove back. I'd have played him probably 20 snaps, 25 snaps, and they got ready for the playoffs because they're going to play in the first round. So it's not like, they get it's not like you're getting a bye and you know you're going to get even more rest than what you had. So I yeah, I'm with you, KG. I don't know why you're rushing back. If he got 11 broken ribs that he's trying to recover from, I let him sit this. You're not going to win this Kansas City game. I let him sit this Kansas City game, and maybe because they play next. It says they play on Christmas. They play Minnesota on Christmas. Yes, it says Friday, December 25th. So the
Wow.
Week 16 game, they play Minnesota on Christmas. Maybe I bring him in for 10, 15 snaps. Then the Carolina game, give him 20, 25 snaps, get him ready for the playoffs. But yeah, when I
Mm.
heard he was being activated, I was just like, why? Why the Kansas? Like, I don't even know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So like, okay. I mean, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I guess Tampa Bay can still catch them. I that's the only thing I can kind of like think of is that they're trying to stay ahead of Tampa Bay. I guess I can't argue with that too much. I think Tampa Bay is what, one game behind,
I believe so.
so that might be
I
it.
just,
But you're not gonna
just
be
had it pulled up.
Kansas City today.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you're not gonna be Kansas City today. So,
So
but
let me ask you, and this is in your expert opinion before we move on because we got to go.
okay,
Fantasy football, are you starting Drew Brees? If you have Drew Brees right now, are you going to start him?
no, no, but he does. I mean, I think he's gonna put some stats up. Now let me rephrase that because you got to think both ways on fantasy football. If they fall behind to the Chiefs, then that means Drew Brees is going to be throwing his ass off the rest of the game, which
Mm-hmm.
piles on your fantasy stats.
Mm-hmm.
So I might start him, but I would be skeptical if he takes a hit, takes the wrong hit, he's coming back out the game. Now you have nothing now.
Right.
So if you're going to gamble or take a chance that maybe the Chiefs, start putting points on the board and the Saints start throwing the ball more stuff, especially to Kamara, Emmanuel Sanders, who I forgot who was a tight end. I forgot the tight. I just saw his name. But you're hoping that you could get some garbage time fantasy points. That's what you're hoping. So
Yeah. And it is week 15, so most fantasy leagues is playoffs. So this game really, 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 really counts.
I'll be checking mines in a minute.
So I I got a choice between Drew Brees or Ben Roethlisberger. So
Ah, that's tough.
yeah, because Big
That's
Ben's
tough.
playing Cincinnati. So
That's tough. The Steelers ain't scored more than 20 points with the last 2 or 3 games. Yeah, that's tough.
and I've
And
been hurting.
and Big Ben, I think Big Ben leads the league in drop passes.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a tough one. You're gonna have to think that out. If I'm you, I'm leaning towards Drew Brees.
And the tight end you thinking about is Jared Cook.
Derek Cook. Okay, yeah. I just saw his name because I just had the roster up.
And Tampa Bay is 2 games behind the Saints. So Tampa Bay would need a win today and a loss by the Saints to try to gain some ground.
Dude, they gonna get a loss. They gonna get a loss by the Saints today. Um, Real quick, let's go into NFL Week 15. Let's hit some of the marquee games before we head out of here. Um, give me a couple of your marquee games today.
Well, the game we talking about right now, Saints Chiefs, that's a marquee game, most
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
Um, may not seem like it, but Bears Vikings, it's a divisional game.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears want to stay alive, the Vikings want to stay alive.
Both of them 6 or 7.
Right. The Seattle Seahawks come here to the DMV to play my Washington football team. Um, mm, Browns Giants, because the Giants need to win out and they need to beat the Browns tonight. So that's a marquee game. The Browns are the hottest team, one of the hottest teams. I think they're one of the two hottest teams in the league right now. So that's another good old marquee game. I think that's my three. What you got?
So for me, New England, Miami, I think it's going to be a good game. New England still fighting for, you know, trying to get where Miami at, which is that seventh spot. I think the Tampa Bay and Atlanta game, even though Atlanta's out of it, I think that's going to be a high scoring, fun game to watch. I want to see the Philly and Arizona game. I want to see the two young quarterbacks going at it. I definitely want to see that. I want to see if Jalen Hurts can keep up with Kyler Murray. I agree with you with the Bears and the Vikings game, a divisional matchup. What is that? NFC North.
Mm-hmm.
Them going at it. And I thought I had another one. Of course, the Kansas City New Orleans game. New Orleans is 10-3. Goodness gracious. You know what would help? And this is a long shot, but if Kansas City could lose a couple of games, you know, if Kansas City could lose a couple of games, but if they win today, I think they secure the number one spot. They clinch that number one spot. I think home field, because they can still lose out, or which is just we just talking hypothetically here. So those are my marquee games that I'm watching today to see what's going on, what's shaking. Um, with this whole new playoff format, I think Buffalo can catch the Steelers to be number two, but you don't get the number two bye anymore. So it's just like, it's
I don't like it.
yeah. I mean, I guess to get that extra team in the playoffs, but I kind of I guess I'm not gonna say I don't like it until it hits and we get to watch these games and get to watch extra playoff football. So we'll analyze it once it gets to that point. So um, talk to me today. Your Washington football team taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Let me get you some numbers.
Give me some numbers. I'm
Um,
taking my bets while you do that, because
Seattle's coming in 9-4. Of course, Washington 6-7, number one in the AFC East. They playing at FedEx Field today. And here go the league rankings for the Seahawks. They come in with the ninth ranked offense, the 25th ranked defense. They're ninth in passing. They're 13th in rushing. The football team comes in with the 30th ranked offense, the fourth ranked defense in the league, number four, 27th passing, 24th rushing. All right. Let's see what we got here. Is that all I got? I think that's all I have. I was trying to get the my other screen closed. Hold on, let me get the over and under for you and the point spread and all that. Okay, so over under is 44 points for the game, and the Seattle Seahawks are favored by 6.5. Not quite a touchdown, but they're favored by 6.5. So I'll
damn,
go
your
first.
mine say 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5.
Oh, mine say 5.5. Okay.
I'm at covers.com. Check looking at it.
Okay.
Um.
I'm on Book It Sports.
Okay. Okay. Hey, this is it's always good to have different angles and different sources. So yeah, when it opened, it was Seattle was only a 3-point favorite, but right now, as of right now, they're a 6.5-point favorite, and the line went from 44.5 to 44. So I'm looking at the betting movement is 50-50. It's 50-50, even though Seattle's almost favored by a touchdown. So um man, this is interesting today. You have one of the worst defenses in the league versus one of the best defenses in the league versus one of the better offenses versus one of the slower offenses that can't move the ball. And Dwayne Haskins is starting today. This is KG. We talked about this early in the season when he got benched. This is his chance.
Yes.
This is his chance to prove that, hey, Coach Ron, I understood what you were saying. I learned from my mistake. Now let me go out here and show you. Because he
Right.
was real emotional when he got in like the other game in the press conference. He was emotional about getting in the game. You could tell it meant something to him. So now show it to me. You got the first team reps this week. It's on you this week. It's on you. Can he do it versus Seattle? I think he can, man. I really do. I'm not going to waver because he had some issues early in the season when they drafted him. I thought his ceiling was high. He just needed more work than the other quarterbacks that got drafted with him. So with that being said, I think he's going to be hungry. I'm hoping he doesn't come out forcing the issue, trying to force the ball to Terry McLaurin, trying to force the ball to Sims, trying to force the ball to whoever else. Gibson's not playing today, also, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's
So
big.
we,
But I mean, next man up.
right.
That next man up. You have to take advantage of Seattle being one of the worst defenses in the league. You have to. So, man, that's it's a tough pick for me. Like I want to lean to Washington, but I think Seattle and Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf, I think they're going to make one more play than the football team today. Because even with the number 4th ranked defense, if that offense, we talk about this all the time, if the offense is 3-and-out, 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 that defense got to keep chugging on the field, chugging on the field. That number 4 defense is going to get tired, going to get worn down, and eventually it takes one time when you got a quarterback like Russell Wilson and you got a receiver like DK Metcalf, it takes one time to blink and miss a coverage and DK Metcalf running down the field on a touchdown. And I think that's what's going to happen today. So I'm going to give it to the Seahawks. And I'm going to say this is going to be a close game. I think Washington covers the 6.5. I think it's be 24-21 Seattle.
Okay. I can't be mad at you because what you said is absolutely right. And something I said earlier this week was coming to this game, first play of the game, first defensive play of the game for Washington. I wanted DeShazer Everett, who was probably our hardest hitting player, to find DK Metcalf on the first pass play and unload on him, whether he get the ball or not. Unload on him. And just pretty much let him know. It's like hitting the oak tree, but let him know I'm gonna be hitting your ass all day. But the Shays Everett is on IR for the rest of the year, torn pectoral muscle. So that's not gonna happen. But you still gotta send a message. Something Chase Young said, you gotta go out there and play like a dog. So we gotta go out there and play like dogs all day long. Kicking ass, biting, scratching. We scrappy. It's gonna be a close game. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Washington football team 17, Seattle Seahawks 16. Last second field goal by D Hop to win it. Run off the field, 7-7, and we still not saying the P word.
Hey, man, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, look, man, this defense has been everything. This defense has made plays. If this defense can continue to make plays, make the field short for Dwayne Haskins and that offense, I'm not. I'm. I if I have to eat my words today on a Seattle, me predicting a Seattle victory, I'm not gonna be mad because I know this could go either way. I just need to see if this was Alex Smith starting, I probably could go Washington
But
because
that's
I know
probably why the
Alex Smith
line
is going
moved.
to take, huh?
That's probably why the line moved because Alex Smith's not starting.
And I know Alex Smith is going to take care of the ball, make the right decisions. Dwayne comes in. Dwayne wants to make plays. He has a bigger arm, so I would like to see them going downfield some more. He has a bigger arm than Alex. I want to see them take shots downfield. I want to see them open the field up so that when you start opening the field up, trying to open up, stretch them deep, your underneath stuff is open. You have to do stuff to open other things up. So I want to see if they do that today. And I just feel like Dwayne's gonna force something, and it's gonna be like a crucial turnover to Seattle and put them in position to go ahead because the Washington team, as good as the defense is, the offense isn't built right now to come back from you know, being down 14, 10 points. They had to play with a lead. They had to play chess the whole game. They had to play field position. Like you said, you got D Hop that could put some points on the board for you. But like I said, you got to play that game, and you cannot. Like I said, it's all it's going to take is you and another the safeties talking and somebody getting confused and DK Metcalf going down the field for 6 points. They're that quick, and it depends on which Seattle team shows up. Seattle comes up sometimes ready to score 30, 40 points. Then other times they can't move the ball up and down the field. They just lost to the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What they 15-12 or something like that?
yeah, something like that. So if and I don't even have to say this because I keep saying Ron Rivera is one of the best coaches in the league. He saw that Giants game. He went back to that Giants game, and he's like, "Let's see what they did to stop this." And I guarantee you, they got some of that game plan today for the Seahawks in FedEx, in Landover. They're gonna put something to their ass today. Can the offense keep up? That's what I want to see.
That's a good damn question. I will say that. I'm nervous, but I'm confident. I'm a confident nervous, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been feeling like this for the last 4 weeks. And as long as I feel like this, I think we can win.
And that's fair. That's fair. So we going over anything else, brother? Or we gonna shut it down from there?
Uh
First,
well,
first live. Well, it's not live, but first video we're gonna post to. We don't have the clout yet to go YouTube live, but we're gonna get there. So you know, we're gonna be doing this more often. If we can get a Tuesday night flight in this week, we're gonna be doing that. But what else do we got to talk about before we get out of here?
uh we did Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about your Bills, talked about
Of course,
Washington.
of course.
Um, I think that was all that we had on the list. Well, let me ask you this. Uh, over this last week, now this is just sports related. They've been talking about excerpts from I Came as a Shadow, which is Coach John Thompson's autobiography. Please tell me you've read some of those, some of the
No, I
excerpts.
haven't yet.
Oh
Don't
my.
spoil it. Don't spoil it. I want to buy the book. I'm trying to decide if I want to buy it in the bookstore if I want a hard copy.
I gotta get mine. Ordering mine. Ordering. I got a couple books in my cart that I gotta order. But most definitely that's a good read. If you guys haven't checked out, I wrote an article on the RFK Stadium because it's about to be demolished in 2022. So just the thoughts and the feelings about RFK Stadium. I felt passionate about it because it's a part of my childhood. It's a part of my fandom of the Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
So check that out on WordPress. Uh, of course, you know, check us out on social media. You got us on YouTube now, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We there. And I think today is gonna be a day that I do a lot of live tweeting back and forth with the Washington faithful during this game. So be on the lookout for that.
That's what's up. Like always, man. We appreciate the support. And like I said, we're gonna be doing way more videos. We're gonna get the other guys involved. Like I said, it's good to put face to the voice. You always hear our voice on the podcast and on the lives, but let's put some faces to it and get to see us, in action for real. And we'll just keep going from here.
Indeed. You already know the motto, because we don't do no overtime. We are out of here.
Peace out.